Welcome in, IllinoisPrep.com, talking 7A playoffs. Eric Seal, Skylar King. As always, you can get at us at Skylar iPrep, at Eric iPrep. And in 7A, a lot of familiar winners, and we'll run them down here. Lincoln Way East.
We'll give them the record real quick.
I'm sorry?
You can give them the record.
Yeah. So, in 7A, both 11-5.
Both 11-5.
So, respectable.
Yep.
35-7, Lincoln Way over Plainfield South. 23-16, Wheaton South, the state champs over New Lenox Providence. 35-13, Oswego over Thornton. East St. Louis, 33-7 over Granite City. 48-27, O'Fallon over Edwardsville. Pekin, 41-30 over Moline. St. Rita, 35-10 over Shepherd. Andrew, 14-0 over Eisenhower. Glenbard West, 34-7 over Prospect. Lake Zurich, 35-32 over Geneva, and probably the game of the first round. 36-14, Elk Grove over Conant. 41-31, Harlem over Hannigan. 40-0, Rockford Boylan Catholic over Libertyville. 28-0, Wheaton North over Jacobs. 35-7, Crystal Lake South over Streamwood. And in another great game, 28-20, Carmel over Addison Trail. So, I ask you, biggest upset in round one?
For 7A, I didn't have too many games I didn't have any games that I thought was an upset. I think for the most part, all the close games, you felt like they can go either way. I'll just jump into my most impressive performance. I thought it was the Carmel versus Addison Trail game. 28-20, it was going back and forth. The lead was changing all the time. Those were two teams in a dogfight that really wanted to go to the second round. Addison Trail, a team that we really weren't talking about too much this year, showed us that we should be talking about them and went against one of the best teams in the state of Illinois, Carmel.
My upset, and the only one I really think was an upset just based on how they played this year, was Lake Zurich over Geneva. Mm-hmm. I really thought Geneva was a team that, with the right circumstances can make a run. Obviously, whoever won that game was getting Glenbard West anyway.
Yeah.
But
you said like a dozens.
Yeah. But again, I think Lake Zurich early in the year showed signs that they really missed Jacob Brindley.
Oh, yeah.
And so really a heck of a job for them to get a home playoff game and get a win against really a pretty darn good Geneva team. Most impressive performance, it's got to be the defending champs. Vital, 34 carries, 230, 3 touchdowns. Why is it so impressive? Everyone knows who's getting the ball for Wheaton South.
Yep.
If the next time Wheaton South throws it 30 times will be the first time. Riley O'Toole's not standing back there.
Who got in the game last week?
Yeah, and there's no Titus Davis on the perimeter.
Yep.
So this is Providence. This is a program, and we've talked about the Catholic schools. They just hit a little different.
Yep.
And they play a little different. And so for them to power football Providence,
they
super
beat them
impressive.
at their own game. Yeah,
super impressive for the Tigers. Congratulations. You get to go to Lincoln Way East.
Yeah.
And that kicks off our second round games. Lincoln Way East, Wheaton Warrenville South. To me, these teams
Huge game.
are mirror images of each other.
Yes.
They are both play defense, field position, power football. You might even get the defensive lineman scoring some touchdowns.
You might. And the one thing I can say about this game, it will not be the coaching, because these two coaches are
staffs know how to get it done.
These staffs know how to get it done. These are two of the best staffs in the state of Illinois. Lincoln Way East and Wheaton South both have tremendous coaching. So when we talked about it earlier, this is definitely going to be about the Janes and the Joes.
Jimmy's and the Joes, yeah.
What did I say, Jane?
Yeah, I don't think there's any Janes out there.
There's a cheerleader here, too, that'll make a difference.
Yeah.
The Jimmys and the Joes, because it's this game, I think some people are going to need some ice after, because these guys can just rip each other's heads off.
To me, Wheaton South lucky to beat Providence because of these stats I'm about to give you, and they need to clean it up. They're going to pull the upset. 3 fumbles. They had a field goal blocked, and they missed a point after.
Yep.
The farther you go in the playoffs, the less you can make those mistakes and expect to win football games.
Exactly. The thing that I will have to say about Wheaton South is, obviously we've been talking about, we didn't have them ranked at the beginning of the year. I don't want to say we've been down on them, but we predicted them to go 5-4. To me, this says more about the program than last year did.
Yep.
Last year you had stellar athletes all over the place, but
it could have been a fluke year where you just happened to get a bunch of good kids at once.
Exactly. But this year shows that, I don't care, 20 years from now, Wheaton South is going to be at the top of the conference. So hats off to the Tigers.
So definitely a big one. We both got Lincoln Way East going deep into the playoffs. But, again, they play the type of football that can make it a close game if they don't make those mistakes.
Yep.
So that'll be a good one. As we go East St. Louis, I think
We got East St.
we both got East St. Louis. So much talent.
Yep.
O'Fallon, Pekin. I had Pekin making it here. You had Moline, but I think we both think O'Fallon is going to advance.
Yep.
Ditto, St. Rita, Andrew. Again, these teams that get out of the Catholic Blue and get to the playoffs, it's like,
Watch out.
it's like, man, this is like a walkthrough.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
And I we both think Andrew doesn't have the horses to keep up with the Mustangs.
Don't say that.
Yeah, we haven't gotten to York yet. Glenbard West hosting Lake Zurich. Too much Tommy Shutt. Too much Kendall Johnson and company. The Hilltoppers going to win that one. Elk Grove and Harlem. I mean,
I had Elk Grove. I have Elk Grove in that game.
Yeah, I mean, who do I have?
You don't even remember because you don't think it matters.
It doesn't.
There's another one.
And because I picked both of them to lose in the last round.
Okay.
So Rockford Boylan, Catholic Wheaton North. Now,
I had Jacobs.
Yeah, and I actually have Wheaton North winning this football game. Again, really impressive for Boylan Catholic, 40-0 over Libertyville in round one. But again, I just think that Wheaton North sort of takes the approach like we talked about with St. Rita. It's like, oh man, we don't have to play Wheaton South and the Naperville schools. It's like, man, this is like a break.
Yeah.
And so I think they have the confidence to beat a team on the road in the playoffs. John Pelser, quarterback, 3 pass touchdowns, 1 rush touchdown last week. I think the double threat there helps Wheaton North pull the upset. And then Crystal Lake South Carmel. Crystal Lake South's been a squad. Any chance to upset Carmel in this one?
No.
No. Whoa.
Sorry, I'm being. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. I mean, we know Carmel's formula: power run. Koss 30 for 178 and a touchdown last week. School record for Mr. Koss in rushing touchdowns.
From seeing the game that we saw Crystal Lake South versus Cary Grove,
They're going to have a hard time scoring against Carmel's defense.
Not only that, but I think Carmel has too much offense for them. They just can go left, right, up, and down. And so I think that'll be a hard time for them.
And how about the quarterback, Brian Brennan, 19 carries, 88, got in the end zone twice on the ground.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
cheerleaders getting scores.
So there you have it, 7A. Biggest matchup of the second round has got to be that Lincoln Way East Wheaton South game.
Yep.
So, if you live by Lincoln Way, get out to that one. Even if you don't have a kid on the team, the Wheaton South fans will be out in force.
Oh, they'll be out.
Rooting for their squad. So that's 7A. One more bracket to review and preview 8A. Come back and see it. For Eric, I'm Skyler here at IllinoisPrep.com.